Mhm. I think I get that audience banter from watching you crack sometimes the same jokes nights in a row.
Oh, piss off. Did my career influence you becoming a singer-songwriter?
Just being backstage and then coming out to sing like Teach Your Children and watching people in the crowd from backstage growing up seeing that. I always wanted to take your place at some point. I just didn't know. I was just plotting my time, I think. So, Cross, what was your first initial reaction to me wanting to actually take this seriously and make music?
It's an odd mix. There's fear, definite parental fear, of, oh my God, this is a turbulent and terrible place, this world, my darling granddaughter, I'm so worried. Uh, and the other half of it was absolute excitement and joy
Mhm.
because, it's a wonderful life, man. Making people happy and getting paid for it is a spectacular way to make a living in the world. So, when did it come to you that you wanted to be a singer? When did you know that?
I think still definitely when I was a kid, probably at like a benefit or a show, and just growing up watching everybody make music around me. Like from since I can remember, I wanted to do what you guys were doing.
Because it looked like fun, right?
It looked so much fun. And every time I was a part of it, I couldn't imagine like anything better to do with my time. So, Cross, was there a moment? Do you remember a moment where you realized that I could sing?
The first time that I heard you recorded,
Hmm.
we got you to sing a part. James and I got you to sing a part on in a stack on one of my tunes.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And the tone was pure. The tone was really, really good, and you were good at it, and you did it. You accomplished it fast and easy and well. And James and I were looking at each other, going, "Holy smokes!" You know, how do you explain songs? But try. Home to me one of these nights. I want I want you to try to open them up for me.
Home to me, I'd say, is about um, returning to a comfortable situation that doesn't allow for growth, um, and discovering kind of your own power through a kind of unhealed dynamic romantically. I'd say home to me is like, it was kind of like my reckoning with um, the fact that I didn't want to get out of a situation that wasn't nurturing me anymore. So it's kind of me going back and forth and like weighing both, like one foot is out the door and one foot is still in the door. So that's kind of home to me, which I feel like can be interpreted in a lot of different ways for a lot of different people because those situations are always so nuanced. And I feel like we can kind of relate no matter what the story is. And then one of these nights is about um, also me kind of reckoning with myself about someone that I feel like a little bit embarrassed for like falling for so quickly and like falling in love so fast and getting burned by that. And someone like putting someone on a pedestal really early on, I think is kind of one of these nights to me. And it's also like was a big like moment for me to be honest with myself and say like, yeah, this is what it is, but I still would like to like see you out one of these nights because I do just want to make eye contact with you and let you know, how it is. So I feel like both are a little bit cheeky and I can't ever decide what one song is about. So I'll go back and forth and then I'm like, wow, I'm really teeter tottering on what I'm gonna do here. But
I
that's
think you have a much clearer picture of what your songs are saying than I do.
mhm.
If you'd asked me to try and explain, one of my songs, I could not have given that clear an explanation. Not a chance. Not a
Really?
chance. Yeah, no, that was really good.
Oh, thank you.
Excellent. Yeah.
So, Cross, have you ever listened back to a song, like maybe even years later, and the meaning of the song has changed, or it's like taken a different shape, or you feel differently about it?
When I first wrote Almost Cut My Hair, I thought it was like a really good song.
I still think it's a really good song.
It's not. Yeah, it's very
It's
juvenile
funny.
piece of
But
stuff.
did the meaning of it change for you? Like
It,
what you thought you were writing it about? Do you look back now?
yes, other people have had a take on a song and that completely turned my head around about it. That has happened.
Mhm,
Uh, the thing that the gift of this is that when we make up a song and put it out there,
mhm,
it's subject to interpretation by everybody in the world. They all get to get their own perception of it, right? And
mhm,
that sometimes can work out very funny.
mhm.
Uh, you can also misunderstand the song. I or mishear the song. I thought for years that Steely Dan was saying "High in the Cluster Dome." Ooh, this is going to be serious. So, Grace, and I almost don't dare to do this, but what's your favorite song of mine?
Do you think you know the answer?
No, I
Okay.
don't. I genuinely don't. I
I,
mean,
I've always known. I've like had the same one like since I can remember. Guinevere.
that's what I would have guessed.
Yeah, I
Okay.
thought you would have guessed that.
Well, I didn't want to have ego about it. I think it's probably my best song. You know,
It's
uh,
my favorite song ever. Yeah.
yeah, I love it. I love it.
Talk about a song with a whole lot of interpretations.
Oh
People
yeah,
really ran with that one.
yeah.
Mhm. Do you
Tons
think,
of tons.
yeah, but even I remember doing a project on it in college just about the song Guinevere.
Really?
Yeah, and you were very coy in your answers about when I asked about each verse and kind of like where your head was at and what you were thinking about. You were very coy in your answers. And I liked that, you know. I love a mystery. So that's kind of what I've always loved about Guinevere was that it was very mysterious to me and I couldn't figure out like who exactly this
Yeah.
woman.
I'm really happy you love that one. I love that one too. It's probably my best song.
Mhm. So, do you hear your influence in my songs, or do you think it's a totally new?
Both. I hear influence melodically. Your
Mhm,
melodic sense is very similar to your dad's and mine. There's
mhm,
a sort of a genetic line in the melody there, but
yeah.
the way you handle lyrics is way past where I am. You've got a whole brand new universe of how to deal with lyrics. Uh, I couldn't write like you do if I tried all week, uh, and and, uh, and I'm really proud of you because you're not afraid. You're very strong girl, and you understand the value of real experience and real emotion in these things. Where we sound like we're bright blue, and they sound like they're pale. Barely colored. We w- the the strength of your imagery and the way and the pacing of your phrasing and the way you do a storyline is all you. That's something brand new. I never did anything even vaguely like that, and I'm really proud of you.
That's so crazy. Thank you, man. That's awesome. Dang. I mean, the way you write lyrics has always been pretty crazy to me, and I never thought I could emulate that, so I didn't even try. So
I
I just
definitely do write weird lyrics. There's no question. It's definitely true.
With one touch I knew the world was right on the other side of midnight.
Trying to break us apart, boy. go back to the start, boy, way back to the